What's going on, guys? This is just going to be a quick video. Hadn't really even planned to do one today, but I'm out shooting my Benjamin Nitro. I forgot what I was shooting. Benjamin Nitro piston, the Trail XL in 25 caliber, and I'm just in the phase of breaking this thing in and getting to know it. I've shot it about, I'd say maybe 100 times now, and I'm gonna let you know what I've learned about this thing. I'm gonna leave this whole video long, so this is not gonna be a well-edited video, but I'm gonna let you know what I've learned about this thing, what I plan to change on it, and then I've got my target camera out at 50 yards. I'm trying to quit drinking so much coffee, and my brain is not firing this morning, but I've got my target camera out at 50 yards, and I'm just gonna shoot some still targets with this. I haven't hit a little one yet, but maybe on this video. But I'm getting some really good groups at 20-25 yards with this thing, but it is super hold sensitive. The hold that I've settled on is like with kind of similar to my other Crossman air rifles. Where the cock and lever, the notches in the stock, I'm putting the bend of the first knuckle in my pointer finger there, and just a normal grip, not tight, not soft, just a normal grip, and then a normal shoulder, pulling it to my shoulder like normal, and then a little bit firm on the pistol grip, and then slow and steady on the trigger. This is one that, as when I'm trying my fast trigger squeeze like I have to use on some of my air rifles, it's causing, I think, the rifle to whip a little bit, and it's making of course the helicopter would go over now. It's making the projectile go lower when I do a faster trigger squeeze. That leads me into this scope. This scope's gonna have to go. My zero's changing. This is the stock scope that comes with the Benjamin Nitro Trail. My zero's changing based upon my magnification, so I was having it go, it was going crazy left and right, and then I just put it back on 7 power, which is where I zeroed it, and my zero was good again. So I'm going to be taking the scope off, and my crosshairs have already shifted this way a little bit, so counterclockwise. Yeah, that's a bummer, but this is going to be one that I probably am not going to have a problem with spending some money on. So I tried all kinds of different holds. Actually, this thing is a ball to shoot offhand because I can replicate that same thing. And I was doing really good this past weekend shooting this thing offhand. So I'm still impressed with it, but it is hold sensitive. And I was looking at the trigger, and I think that these triggers might be different than the one I have the Charlie, the tuner trigger for. But we'll see when I pop it back out of the stock again. But just factory, this thing's performing well. I'm enjoying the trigger. I'm enjoying shooting this thing. It's really accurate to be such a high-powered air rifle. And if this scope wasn't giving me problems, I think that and it being super hold sensitive, I think this thing would be almost perfect. I know those are strong words, but this thing's awesome. So I'm gonna quit talking. I know that was probably like 4 minutes with a 53 CH-53 flying over for some reason. Where I live in North Carolina, I used to work on Harrier jump jets, and I would say, hey, where do you guys go sometimes? And they say, most of the time we just circle around Boone. And I'm like, do you ever go by Pilot Mountain? And they were like, yeah, every time. And I'm like, that's like 10 miles from where I live. So anyway, I'll quit talking about that. It just makes me have memories every once in a while. Okay, so I'm out at 50. I'm gonna shoot for the Sasquatch first. I'm aiming, I've got a 25-yard zero, and I'm aiming about one Sasquatch length of height. Above it, a height. Tell I hadn't had any coffee. So my center of my crosshairs are about where that chain is. So I'm gonna go for Sasquatch now. Quit talking. That's how it is sometimes. You don't miss, then you talk a bunch, and you build it up, and then you miss heavily. while under pressure. Now I got this comment this past weekend that was like, I don't understand why you're not shooting better. And I wanted to be like, I think I just put like, good for you, man. But I wanted to put like, yeah, you should try operating 2 cameras and then talking to yourself and then shooting well at the same time. Anyway, quit talking. It's unfortunate. Let's go to the T-Rex first. Let me get my bearings back. I think the gust of wind is messing with me more than I thought. It's blowing right to left pretty good right now, probably, I don't know, 10 miles an hour. Enough to mess up the audio probably. So you guys will be able to see, I won't be able to see where I'm hitting until I edit this. But it looks like it's hitting where I'm meaning for it to. Maybe not. That sounded like wood. So that could be behind it. Let me get dialed in and I'll shoot that Sasquatch. Could just wait for the wind to stop blowing. Yeah, that wind, I think that wind was messing with me a little bit. Okay, this one was loose. We've got the old Crossman little pellet they always put in there for us. Okay, so let me go back to Squatch and see if I can hit it. Well, what's holding him up down there? Another thing about this rifle, I think this is going to be one. It is really, really nice. It's I'd say almost as nice as the Diana. No, I wouldn't say that it's as nice as that Hotson, but this is going to be one that probably gets beat up because this is one that I plan on using a ton. I don't know how he's still up. Let's shoot him again. I don't know. I don't know what's holding those Squatch up down there. Let's try. I think I still have the squirrel up too. Let me see if I can hit it. Yeah, it's on the bottom left. Nice. So I'm aiming about the thick part of the crosshairs where it goes into the fine part, that little V there. I'm aiming with that about, I'd say, an inch above the top of whatever I'm shooting at. Let me see what I'm about an inch above that I'm an inch above T-Rex with that little chevron. There we go. All right, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, but I'm enjoying this thing. I'm enjoying this air rifle quite a bit. Okay, this one was tight in there. This is probably not gonna be the one to try I've got my little 2-inch popper. I'm gonna give it 3 tries. If I hit it on the first one, I'm just gonna quit. I think I was a little low and a little left. I need to go up just a little bit more. I think I flung it left with my trigger squeeze. One more shot. I can actually hear the pellet go through the air, kind of like a If you ever thrown a football and you got somebody you're throwing football with, or baseball, it's got a good arm and you can hear it spinning. I can actually hear the 25 caliber pellet going down through there. Last shot of the day, and I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna aim a little bit higher this time. Nice. Well, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I'm gonna leave this video long, so this is just gonna be enjoyable for you guys that enjoy shooting videos. But I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you have a good week, and yeah, I appreciate all the comments this weekend. I think that's it. I will see you guys later.